Arr! Welcome aboard me ship. I'm Captain Solomon, and we are back with another episode of Katawa Shoujo. I absolutely am loving this game. I have to thank Stark again for suggesting this to me. I believe this is episode 6 now, so I've probably barely scratched the surface of this game. When last we left, we played Risk, which is a game I love to hate. It's fun, but it takes hours and you hate all your friends, kind of like Mario Party. Or, yeah, like Mario Party, actually. Also, we found out that the main, Hisao, he uses the same tactic I do in Risk. So, I play like a guy who played for his first time. Holding Australia is not a viable strategy, but I will never relent with my kangaroo army. But they wanted us to join student council. We kind of shied away from it, and now we are trying to find the library. We opened a door that was slightly ajar, and we found this blonde-haired girl. And, alright, I guess from there, we just get into it. This is not what I was expecting. I mindlessly left the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me.
Hello there. May I help you?
Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's the soft, measured voice that reminds me she's a being separate from the room itself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Sorry, hi, sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand.
Care to take a seat?
Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her.
Thanks.
I slowly step towards another seat opposite her, the girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling. That and the slight cloudiness in her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. Or terrible at accents like me. I don't know. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office.
I take it you're a new student to Yamaku? Yeah, I just transferred in yesterday.
I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting. One which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of my action.
I'm Louis Sato. Pleased to meet you.
Hisao.
Hisao Nakai.
She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup.
Would you care for a drink?
Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid along a shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I'd never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offer preparing the drink.
So,
Her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance.
Which room were you looking for? It's not often in the classroom that this classroom is visited after school.
The school library. Shizune and me... I mean, some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into the teacup as she nods, a small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it being stirred.
I am aware of Miss Hakamichi, as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no?
That's right, in the science room with Musao. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand.
He's quite a character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do.
Well, yeah, he's got a pirate voice, so As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up.
I like both.
Nonetheless, it smells quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down.
Thanks, Sato. It tastes really nice.
She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face.
Lily, please. There's no need to be too formal.
She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I should try and ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me.
So, which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes? Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi, and is specifically for both blind and partially blind students.
I see. Sorry. Come on, man. You make it awkward when you do that. Jeez. I feel like slapping myself for the faux pas. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it.
My. There's no need to change your speech on my account.
Sure. Sorry, I guess I'm really showing my newness here.
An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. Well, the same can't be said for everyone. Many have come to terms with their conditions.
A category which would include her, it seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic, I segue into another.
Do you come here to drink tea often? It's really a nice place.
Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at.
I come here fairly often during lunch times. My duties as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea.
Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs.
What kinds of clubs are there to join? The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunchtimes, the baseball club, and the book club in the room near the library. There's also numerous small ones too, though, such as art and music clubs.
At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club?
It isn't, though it is encouraged.
Good. That's a relief. I've really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. Wow, I can't even speak. I'm so mind blown. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it, as Lily does the same. As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint. Even here, time doesn't stand still.
The time's going quickly. Sorry.
Right. She's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of time.
Sorry, Hisao. I didn't mean to keep you from the library so long.
I quickly moved to allay her concern.
No, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it?
She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should have asked Shizune when I had the chance, but Lily seems likely to know in any case.
True. It's open until 6:30 during weekdays.
A quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there.
Huh. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily.
She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her.
It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you where the library is? Oh, I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it all right.
Well, unless my navigation skills fail me, which they seem to have a habit of doing.
It's all right. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you.
Things get better and better. Pretty hard to deny her offer.
If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks.
As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane that boy in my class had, Lily's looks much thinner and longer. His must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Together, we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing.
Ladies first.
She gives an appreciative smile to gesture, taking the lead as we file in. Okay, explain to me how the deaf girl and Misha blow my character's mind, okay? Hisao just breaks down and doesn't understand how to deal. But he's like super polite and friendly and like ladies first to the blind girl. Like, come on. Dude. Come on. I think I read this line, but just in case. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. To the left is the wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, with a distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old-world air. There doesn't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms.
Yuko.
Sorry, I'm reading that name and I don't get it. Sorry. I'm bad with the double U's in Japanese. We're gonna go with Yuko.
Yuko, are you here?
She says it to thin air, since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course, Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Oh boy. Something from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail. I don't know if that'll be her voice. We'll find out.
Oh, I like this person. Interesting redhead. I like it.
The origin, apparently the librarian, quickly crawls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention.
Hi Lily, how can I help you?
It's like a slightly deeper Misha. That was bad, but I'm gonna use it. We're stuck with it. Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual as she's rubbing the back of her head.
Botched that one. Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. Ha! It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and when I was looking for both of them, you came in and surprised me.
Don't know about this voice, guys.
Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. Worse happened to me.
This voice is all over the place. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter.
Yeah, worse things have happened.
The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look, she seems to fit a library perfectly.
Ain't that the truth? Lily, did you get my message? Message? Oh, the 2 imported books that arrived. Right. They finally came, and I can't believe it took so long, but...
It missed her celebrations, partially from managing to change the topic, I'm sure. She notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does.
Oh no, I'm sorry, for not noticing you, but I'm just gonna
use like a robot voice or something soon so something sticks, jeez.
Sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book? Or return one? I'm sorry.
The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling. Wow, I feel really weird. I feel like I'm maybe onto something here, guys. Jeez. This is a fun game.
He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian.
Pleased to meet you.
Hisao, right. Hisao, pleased to meet you too, Hisao.
For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name on her mind so she won't forget.
Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library?
Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror.
Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility.
How is it any responsibility at all? I don't get it. But her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are.
But... so, there are a lot of books in Braille here.
I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. It seems to work at least partially, so Yuko seems to, not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense.
Well, I think a third or fourth of Yamaku's library is either in Braille or audio.
Makes sense, given all the blind students that'd be here.
If it's only that, how come the library is so big in the first place? Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. They spend more on new books than on my salary, and then I have to organize and shelve all of them. It's so troublesome and they weigh so much, and I could quit this. I wish I could quit this job.
Oh my goodness. A very awkward silence follows the revelation of too much information.
I'll go check the aisles then, if you don't mind.
It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me.
Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would have those books if it's alright with you.
I'm having fun. My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I study the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck on choices in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is. A library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily in... sorry, let me try that again, guys. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily in snuck it with us in here, unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd students sitting at a desk either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting at one of several beanbags.
Yay!
I mean, I'm not excited. You're excited, guys. It's the dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face while she makes her look, which makes her look like she's really into it. From the way she's acting today, I had pegged her as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of whys in my head. Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts, looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I could see that part of her face, at least a third, if not half, is pretty badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second, I am shocked and divert my eyes to the book in her hands, before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself, and I remember what I walked up to her for.
I'm afraid to botch this one, guys, because she's super shy. And I'm friendly. Oh! So our options are, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you, or, hi, I'm new here, Hisao Nakai, we're in the same class. I feel I should apologize, but what if she feels weirded out by that? But it's also nice to make a first impression. I feel like there's people at home going like, listen, stupid, just pick option blank. And I'm gonna feel dumb later. But, it's tougher for me, guys. Alright, so, I like the idea, I really like the idea of, like, walking up and, you know, just being like, hey, hi there, hello, how are you? And just, like, being friendly. But I also feel bad. I do feel bad for startling her, and I feel bad for not knowing how to react, so I'm gonna apologize. That's my decision, I guess. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
It's okay.
That's a weird voice. Hold on, guys, give me a second. Because I don't want to use the Lily voice, but that's I'm very limited on women voices. Tell you default to robot.
Just talking like this the whole time.
No. All right, let's go with just. It's okay.
The girl certainly doesn't look like it's okay, but I let it slide.
Do you mind if I sit here?
She seems to be very uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit, but finally she nods, just a little.
Okay. That's a little better. We'll do that one. I might have to move closer to the mic, though. We'll find out.
I take a seat next to her, and she hides herself behind her book. Life of Pi. Never heard of it.
I've heard of it. I haven't read it or seen the movie. I've wanted to read it. Most of the time, a lot of my reading is H.P. Lovecraft. I love H.P. Lovecraft. So, sorry again for startling you. I'm Hisao.
She looks up from her book, stalling a little before replying.
I know. We are in the same class.
Her speech is stilled and so quiet that it is barely audible, even in the still library. Somehow I think my delinquent impression of her was wrong.
Hanako. I'm Hanako. Even the name, guys. I'll talk about it in another episode.
I resist the urge to say, that's a nice name, just to have something to say. But really, it's the only thing that I can think of. I feel like an idiot. Everyone here must be used to being different to each other, and here I am being all bothered and fussed about that kind of thing.
Don't let me interrupt your reading. I'll just check these books, if you don't mind.
She nods a little and sighs a little sigh of relief. So I try to read the covers and the introductions of the books I picked up, and she buries her face in her book. Uncomfortable silence consumes me. My eyes still wander in her direction, and I sneak peeks at her flowing hair and the scars it's hiding. After a while, I realize that she's doing the same and only pretending to be immersed in Life of Pi. As her gaze is not inquisitive at all, though it darts around like a scared rabbit. When our gazes finally meet, the chain reaction is unstoppable. Oh no! No! I done goofed! She stands up forcibly from the beanbag and takes a deep breath.
I've got to go do something. Guys, I'm scared her already. I'm a goof. I'm fucked up.
Without warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. We done goofed. By the time I reach the counter, she's nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approach the girls.
Hey, did you see, notice the girl run past here? Maybe. What does she look like?
Long, dark hair,
Kind of shy. She had, well, some scars on her face. You wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you? Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something. Yeah, you did. You goofed. Oh dear. Yuko, would you excuse me? I'd better try and find her. Sure. I'll just hold on to these until you come back.
What's going on?
I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain it to you some other time.
Right. I'll see you later then.
Is that the friend she has tea with? That would make me happy.
Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong?
What did you do? Nothing. I was just looking for some books, and then she got this fit and ran off. The most offending thing I can think of was that I might have looked at her general direction a few times. Well, she's a very timid girl. You have to be careful around her. She can be very jumpy. I think she's not accustomed to talking with other people.
Isn't that a bit strange?
I wonder. It's just how she is, I think.
Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. Then again, maybe this is just the norm around here. Everyone has their own problems, or else they wouldn't be here.
But how should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casually only makes me feel phony. Like I was supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room.
Yuko fidgets, looking like she wants to say something to that, but resist it.
I think it's an elephant only if you feel that way.
Oh my god, I was pretty much saying that. If you make an issue of the things and make them things, they are things. You gotta try not to. I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. It makes me smile, and she blushes heavily. Oh, come on, you're making everyone nervous, bro.
What? Did that sound stupid? No, it sounded really wise. I guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us had anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. People who have papers on their desk really like doing that. Common theme. Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, this library should be closing, but I have to do it. I hope that's not too inconvenient for you. Oh, yeah, I want some books, but I left them over there because... I'll just go get them.
I fetch my stack of books from beside the beanbags where Hanako and I were sitting and returned to the counter.
Oh, wow. You read a lot, don't you?
I surprise myself with that too, honestly. At least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill that time. Couldn't do much else.
I see.
But she doesn't say anything else and just checks out my books for me. I guess that is what they call tact. Holding the library books with one arm, I troll my pocket for the key to the door. A sudden sound from behind me startles me, making me nearly drop the books I'm carrying, or the key that I almost managed to get into the lock.
Who is it?
Oh, why didn't I use the voice? I should have known! I turned around to see who was talking to me. It's Kenji. He seems to be in a friendly mood, although the light glinting off his glasses in the dark gives him a sinister look.
It's just me.
This makes him pause and lick his lips nervously.
Who is me? I don't know anyone called me. Are you some new guy again?
His voice is suddenly strained and quick.
Yes, but we've met before. Yesterday?
I don't think so. I would remember someone who I met only yesterday. When was that? What day is today?
I try to ignore him. Is he joking or what? I feel bad for laughing. It's the voice that I'm laughing at. I'm sure he's gonna have like a tragic backstory or something. Like he's gonna have a bunch of problems. But that voice, though, it makes me laugh, but his glasses make me do it.
Prove that we met before.
You live across the hall. Wrong voice, sorry. You live across the hall. You're Kenji.
Yeah!
Kenji jumps back, his eyes filled with an uncomprehending fear.
How did you know my name? Damn, this can only mean one of two things. Either we have met, and you are telling the truth, and I just can't remember it, or you are a spy.
He pauses.
A psychic spy.
Why? His eyes dart around me, trying to peek into my room, although it's hard to believe he can see anything through those thick glasses. His mood swung from friendly to manic in less than a minute. I'm not psychic.
How do you know that? How do I know that? I'm not a mind reader.
Kenji points a finger in my face damningly.
Unlike you!
Stop that, man. We met yesterday. What's wrong with you? I live in this room.
Lies. If you think you can pass this as Sao because I'm legally blind, you are sorely mistaken. You don't even look like him. I mean, the resemblance is real slim. Maybe at a distance. But who do you think you're kidding?
I want to grab him by the shoulders and shake him. Exasperated, I rub my eyes and let out a heavy sigh.
Stay there.
Kenji comes closer, one careful step at a time. I stay still, lest he assault me physically, although I doubt he could do much damage even if he did.
Oh. Oh, wait.
Wait, that becomes a Sao. Better be careful.
Oh, wait. I see it now. Damn, it really is you.
Sighing again, and then once again for good measure, I step backwards, just in case.
What's up, man? You don't look too good. I think. Something wrong?
I don't know. Just had something stupid happen to me. A few stupid things, actually, even if you discount this one. I can't get a proper touch on other people here, and I have no idea if it's because of me or because of them. I don't know why I'm telling this to Kenji. It's not like we've had any contact either.
That's rough, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry about calling you a psychic spy and all, but you can never be too careful. It's the hard reality we live in.
I'm slowly starting to think that Kenji isn't necessarily living in the same reality as the rest of us.
You see? This is how it is, the world. There is no justice, you see. Even when I lose, I win, because I don't lose the lesson.
What does that even mean?
It doesn't matter.
He dismisses it flatly with a wave of his hand.
So what happened? Why the long face? Do you have a long face?
It's nothing. I just scared some girl off accidentally. Literally, too. She actually ran away from me. It was my fault, really, I think. I'm not really used to all this just yet.
A girl? A cute one?
Cute? That's a hard question. She had a nice body and really beautiful hair, but the face? Okay, listen. Beauty is not, listen. Beauty is inside, man. I'm not gonna start ranting. It'll come later, I'm sure, but man, sometimes my character, ugh. Yeah, thank you for giving me the option. I guess it could go either way. She was cute. She's shy and seems adorable. Yeah, we haven't got to know her a lot, but she wasn't, it's not that she wasn't cute. She's totally cute. It doesn't matter what you look like. Now I gotta rant just a little bit, guys. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. I went through high school being bullied. A lot of my friends went through high school getting bullied for their appearance, things they liked. Once I got out of high school, I really learned that none of that matters. You just gotta be the person you need to be. You gotta be a good person, that's the goal, and have a positive mental attitude. And guys, by the way, the reason I'm moving so much, there's a freaking gnat that doesn't have a positive mental attitude, and it's just floating around my face. But, I'm sorry guys, that broke the seriousness, so I'm gonna say she was cute. Yeah, cute, I guess.
I knew it. There's a lot of cute girls here. A strangely disproportionate amount. I believe this is one of the dark secrets of this school. I tried to warn you, man, but did you listen?
I almost kind of want to change his voice to be like, I tried to warn you, man. Like, they're after me. They're after my thoughts, man. But I'm going to keep the other voice. I don't remember such a warning. Dark secrets?
Yes, dark secrets. Extremely dark, like a black hole. Have you noticed that the number of girls in this school is slightly, but significantly higher than the number of boys? It's like 60-40.
He turns his head to the left and stares off into the distance at nothing.
Why is it like this? I mean, to the untrained eye, it doesn't appear to be that bad. But that is a full 20%. One would think that a school with such a huge pool of women would be a man's dream. But now, what I am about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready?
I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I am not ready. I only get as far as turning the doorknob before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not.
I believe that this school is a battleground, the site of a feminist infiltration. This disparity in the number of men to women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have superiority in numbers. Just another skirmish in the eternal war against the forces of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not a 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time. Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up their numbers. In the past, the build-up of the military has always been the clearest sign of imminent war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass, and the country itself is a small and isolated, yet a huge part of the Pacific in terms of a political value. The perfect target. They are so cunning, as expected of women. Soon, the day will come when...
Kenji's voice trails off ominously.
That is why you can't trust them. They will string you along and then kill you, just as they killed me. You will end up just like me.
Oh, hell no. I can't stop myself from blurting it out.
Hey, what does that mean?
You said it, not me. It's the best I could think of.
So, you're not supposed to say something like that. Damn, so rude. Where was I? Oh yeah, vast feminist conspiracy.
Stop it. Stop. I lost you way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration.
Too hard to follow? It's cool. I have some graphs and stuff in my room. And puppets. You like puppets?
I do. I do like puppets. Kankuro is the best Naruto character. Shut your mouth if you disagree. Unless it's Choji. No puppets.
You don't like puppets? Okay. Graphs are still cool though, right?
He speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I had him pegged as relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong.
Something on your mind, dude?
Just thinking about what it's like to be the last sane man in an insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset.
You mean that's you? That can't be, because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. That is my dream. You can't just steal a man's dream. What the hell? There can't be two last sane men. It would invalidate the whole last part. And that part is kind of important. There can only be one, like in that foreign movie, where there could only be one, and in the end, there was only one dude left, because that was the point.
I have never seen anyone talk so heatedly and so defensively about absolutely nothing before.
Anyway, if you wait here, I can get my graphs. I also have a list of that other dark and complex conspiracies that this school holds. As tangled as... Quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal.
I'm going to bed now. It's extremely late.
That doesn't sound like an analogy, but whatever. I like you. You seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about when I try to explain the vast feminist conspiracy to them. Denial is a terrible thing. Later.
Oh my god. He claps me on the back, and then vanishes into his room so quickly and quietly, it's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right through it like a ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and just go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. It takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on my homework. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks, and it feels good just lying there with my eyes closed. This school is like some kind of bizarre and surreal island. It's isolated on top of a mountain, and each person is stranger than the last. I just can't seem to fit in. What irony. One would think that the fitting in a place that's made for people who are unfit for anywhere would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Although I say it, it doesn't help take the edge off, and the words are left echoing off my empty walls. I guess it's not as bad as I expected, though. This place really is more a school and less a hospital pretending it's a school than I thought it would be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all.
Well, alright guys, it seems we fell asleep. I don't know if we got our homework done or not. I guess we'll find out in the next episode. So, we scared off Hanako. We met Lily and Yuko, the librarian. I guess we might have gotten stuff done. I think I missed the Nat, guys. He's a terrible foe. Anyway, guys, I like these characters. I'm very sad that we scared off the girl, Hanako. But, you know, we'll fix it, guys. We will fix it. We will also try to dodge the feminist, like, incursion and invasion that is taking place in this... Oh, Kenji, you nightmare. Anyway, guys, sorry the video's been so long. I feel like I lost track of time. Maybe I'll get lucky and it's only 20 minutes, but I feel like I was here for a half hour, 40, I don't even know. But, hope you enjoyed it, and just so you know...
Arr. I've been Captain Solomon. Y'all been aboard my ship. Now, walk the plank.
And I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.